Guys, so it's Sunday, dry as all get out, man. I thought I was gonna have a bunch of work this week, but boy, it ain't looking real good. We might be able to get man, we might generate $1,500 this week, maybe. So and normally it will probably be about a $3,000 a week. So yeah, we're not going to be doing a lot of work. So, and this time of year that I start doing other stuff, like you guys already know. So, first time I've been up here since I've been back from the GIE, and they were supposed to cut these lines in, but they ain't done it yet. He told me they were going to do it last Monday, you know, but they haven't done it yet. That don't surprise me. Don't nothing surprise me with these concrete contractors. So what I'm gonna do this morning, I'm getting ready to watch the football game at 1, but I like to, you know, I record it and I like to let it get ahead of me so I don't have to watch every single commercial. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld. I got some new hooks and I'll show y'all what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna weld my new hooks onto my bucket. So right here on this area right here on this edge, you know, I'm thinking about maybe digging a small trench and burying a pipe so it don't puddle right there. But so we haven't had any rain in so long. I don't know. I kind of wanted to wait and see what the water's going to do when we do get some rain. I'm going to have to move all this. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that dirt, man. And that's not just dirt. That's dirt and rock, you know. You're not gonna be able to spread it around right here. It'll raise the elevation up too high. I don't want to put it in the backyard or nothing. It's got all them rock in it, you know. So yeah, so they're supposed to cut me a line, extend this line out to here, right? And they bucking on me, man. I mean, the dude said that they were gonna be doing it, but you know, they ain't. I don't know, I might have to rent a damn concrete cutter, you know. Pay almost twice as much for the amount of square footage on this slab as I did on this slab, and I'm gonna have to rent a cutter. Sorry, man. The concrete contractor's not looking for regular customers. They hit you in the mouth one time and then they move on. You know, it's a shame. It's a you know, in my area, it's a terrible business. It's a great business model from the business standpoint, but it's a terrible business if you're trying to get work done. So I got that. My new smooth bucket is up high right there. I'm gonna jump on Bobby here, grab the smooth bucket, and I'm gonna carry it down to my garage. Okay, y'all, so like I said, I'm going to be putting these hooks I got on this bucket. I don't know how many in this box, but you guys can, oh shit, you guys can see them, and yeah, these right here. Now, I may put them right up against that edge there, because that might make me be able to get a better bite. I don't know. See, they're beveled at the bottom. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to want to go up against that. Something like that, y'all, you know. And I'm going to be using, man, the lighting in here is bad, ain't it? Damn. I'm going to be using my Lincoln welder, just a little MIG, nothing special or anything. And I guarantee you, well, everything that I have welded on, and there's 5 of these hooks in the box. So I'm gonna put one on each side of the bucket. I like to have one in the middle somewhere too, because a lot of times when you pick up something real heavy or try to move something real heavy, you want it to be in the center. You don't want it to be on one of these edges. And if you got a real long chain, you can run it from this chain to that chain and then out to whatever you're pulling. But if you got one in the center, then, you know, that's going to be the strongest point on the skid steer, you know, without bending. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to wire brush this. You know, use a grinding wheel. You take some of the metal off. We're going to try to get some of the paint off so we can get a clean bite, right? The camera angle might not be the best, but if I put the camera in there, then it's going to be really well, yeah, all that, man. So I want to make sure that my welder setting is on as high as it'll cut. I mean, high as it'll burn, right? So I'm gonna put this thing on E, which is as hot as it'll get. And that's the trick to welding, if you ask me. I'm not a professional welder. I do have a disclaimer that says that, but this is how I do it, and have been doing this for, well, I've been welding on and off ever since I was in high school. I learned how to weld. So and I weld everything, dog, everything. So that you see equipment wise, I've welded on it if it needed welding. And I don't have a problem with things coming loose or anything like that. Every now and then I'll do something that'll bust a weld, but usually like on hooks and stuff like this kind of thing, I usually don't have no problem, you know. So, but I know that I'm not going to want to weld it to this edge. I'm going to want to come out here like this and put it on. You know, so that's what you want right there, something like that. But I got to grind it down and everything first. The thing about a MIG welder like this is they say it will weld 1/2 inch steel, and it will, but you got to get it really hot. So you have to use a little bit of a different method to welding this thicker stuff than you would if you were welding some of, you know, thinner stuff. I don't like to go too thin because I'm not good at that. I'd rather it be thicker. But if you get it, the trick to thick welding, if you ask me, and I have a disclaimer, is get it hot. I've even went as far as to use a torch to heat the metal up, you know, before I start welding. So the trick is to get it hot, get a good ground. And of course, that's not my ground for this side or anything. There's a lot of paint on this bucket, and we want to make sure we get it tight. So I'll put my ground over here somewhere, you know, closer to where I'm welding. So, and I know a lot of guys already know all this stuff. You know, it's a slow news day. What can I say, y'all? What can I say? So, yeah. So, and I may have to use a grinding wheel to get some of the paint off, but you're going to have to get a little bit of this paint off here to get a good bite. So what I'll do is I'll grind right here a little bit for my ground. Make sure we get to some metal, or as close to metal as we can, and as close to this where I'm welding at. But I know right here I'm going to have to grind it because it's got pretty good paint on it. Let's see if the wire wheel, this heavy duty wire wheel, will get it. And y'all see I'm using the Milwaukee. What is this? This is a Milwaukee. It's got an 8 battery in it, XC battery. So yeah, and this is the kind of thing that I do when we're not able to work, man, you know. So You want it to be far enough over to where it doesn't get hung up in here, and you want to be able to get a bead on both sides. That's why this thing is beveled like that. I don't know if y'all can see that bevel there. It's almost like a V at the bottom. Now there's a couple ways you could do this. You could weld this to a plate, and then you could bolt the plate to the bucket. But I know that, well, I'm not going to do that. I like going straight to the bucket. So yeah, quick, fast, and in a hurry. So yeah. So I'm going to try to put it about where this one is right here. All right. Y'all can see how shiny that is right there. So now I'm gonna shiny up a place on this edge piece right here, and hopefully get it close enough. Now I could just shiny it on over and put my ground right here. That might be better, because this paint is pretty thick, I'm seeing. Okay, so yeah. Okay, that ought to be good right there. Okay, so now that ought to give me a lot of good bite right here. Okay, so I got the welders on high, and I always put the wire feed right. And y'all seen me weld before, it's not a big deal. I always put the wire feed kind of slow to begin with. I want it to be slow on this because this is going to have to get hot, real hot. So what I'll do is I'll see it's so slick right now. See, it'll sit right there like that. See, it won't slide right, it won't stick right there. So now obviously everyone knows that you got to wear a helmet. I wear gloves and a helmet doing this. You know, I'm just throwing that out there just in case you don't see me with a helmet on. Obviously I'm wearing a helmet. Alright, so that's how you want it right there. Let me just tack a little spot right here and make sure that I got plenty of room all the way around on both sides. Okay. Okay. So now what you do is you use that, and then you kind of just tap it and get it all nice and straight. I don't know what kind of a bite I got on it just then, but I can tell it's sitting like this. So see, I broke it. So okay. It's got to be straight. It don't have a crooked hook. It's got to look good. You know, if I can. So we'll try that again, y'all. Okay, we got a problem here, Houston. Okay, I better change the tilt on the thing, man. Damn, always something. What's wrong? Yeah, that looks really good to me, y'all. So Let me get over here on the side so my cable won't be in my way. And here we go. You know, just gotta go real slow. What we're doing right now, we're just filling in. I just want to fill in and get it good and hot. Now, of course, if this was something more precise, then I would be more precise. But this is not. This doesn't have to be, you know. But that's one of them in, y'all. It's a pretty good weld on that side and on that side. So that's one good hook in. We'll let that cool down. And then my little MIG 120, y'all. I said 120. That's what it runs on. Just a regular outlet. I've never had any problem with it holding anything. And I'll see how much I filled in. You gotta go slow. I don't know how good y'all can see that, but it's a pretty good freaking weld to me. Now I could run another bead down through there, but I don't think it's necessary. You see? And that's all you need, man. The trick is, like I said, getting it good and hot. So now I got one more I'm going to put in the center, and then this will be a wrap. The reason I'm doing this is, well, it comes in very handy when you're on a job, because if you don't have hooks on your bucket, that means if you want to pull something or grab something that you can't grab with the grapple or whatever, pull something out of something, you know, you got to wrap it around your bucket. All right, there you go, y'all. Y'all see them? Let me pull it out in the sun a little bit. Y'all see that one? I painted that one already. That one. That. And that. So, yeah. And there you go. So just just to kind of let you guys know that all that welding y'all just saw me do on all 3 of these buckets did not even take up a half of a $10 roll of welding wire. Not even a half of a $10 roll. Well, it's actually $12 roll. So I probably got about $5 worth of welding wire in these welds all together. So that's why I'm always advocating, you know, fixing your own stuff. And I've had this welder for, well, probably 13 years or so. And that's it. Plugs right into a regular 120 and 110, whatever you want to call it. Plugs into that right there. Whatever that is, that's a 110, I believe. So, yeah, about 45 minutes of my time, and this right here will make it where we can do more with this bucket. This bucket is much more now than just well, just a grading bucket. So yeah, and you know, I know it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, and people that have been doing this kind of work for a long time, you know, whether salon care or you know, little bobcat work here and there, they should know how to do this. If they don't, then they are not being all they can be, for sure. I do all my own welding. Doesn't matter what it is. So yeah. Anyway, I'm finna go in here and watch the Falcons beat up on the Cincinnati Bengals, and eat me some damn hot wings, and let my back rest and get ready for this week, y'all. Peace.